Finland a few weeks ago, and they've played some beautiful rugby throughout this weekend, but Hong Kong stunned them with an early try and clung on to a 5-0 lead with some tenacious defence. And they're going to take on Kazakhstan women's team, who were unlucky themselves not to be in this match. Played some good rugby today, but they got beaten by China in their semi-final, 17-22. That was a tough old semi-final. Kazakhstan really belting Sri Lanka 40-5 in the quarterfinals. And Japan, well, they beat Singapore 50-0 earlier in the day, and then, as I said, went down to Hong Kong and find themselves in this third and fourth final. And here they come onto the field now. This should be an interesting game, Di.
Certainly will be. It's been a great women's competition this weekend. The top four sides really fighting it out, and the results swinging to and fro. And again, fantastic for Asian women's rugby. And looking forward to seeing my hometown, Hong Kong, play in the final against China. But this has got everything in terms of a cracker. Again, the clash between the two yesterday, deciding their pool match. So Kazakhstan at that point coming out victors over Japan. So Japan will be looking to turn that result and gain a third slot to finish in the first and the opening leg of the Asian Women's Series. The second in Sri Lanka in about a month's time on the 10th, 11th of October. So Japan get the game underway. Early possession to Kazakhstan. Japan will be looking and putting the Kazakhstan girls under a lot of pressure. Matthew Rodden playing the advantage there, but a quick tap and go. Early opportunity taken in by Komatsu for Japan into the contact. Kazakhstan getting physical again early in this game, but again looking to exploit the space. Some great footwork by number 2, Muchi. Ball being retained, but Kazakhstan coming off the defensive line. An opportunity for Komatsu again, taking it into contact. End of off the feet there by Kazakhstan in the contact area, but Japan retaining possession. Working hard. And slightly high again there around the neck, and I think Martin Rodden's going to reach for the pocket, and indeed he is. So a yellow card to Kazakhstan. Early in this game, down to 6 girls on the field for Kazakhstan, so Japan will look to exploit this at point 1. So Matthew on the lovely miss ball behind, great footwork. Again, Kazakhstan into the contact area and driving the Japanese girls off the ball and getting possession deep inside their 22. Looking to play this clock down now and get themselves back up to full complement. But some great play by Kazakhstan with 6 girls on the field, and they'll take their time over this penalty. Number 7. Bakabayev slowing the game down, popping the ball into touch, giving Kazakhstan the opportunity to regain possession while the clock ticks away. Early in this third, fourth playoff for the women's event. Scrappy ball, but Kazakhstan regaining possession, the contact area. Again knocked on at the line by Japan, all eating up the 2 minutes required to get themselves back up to full complement. So Kazakhstan won't mind slowing the game down. Baratova playing the ball into the set scrum for Kazakhstan. Hidden feed, and Baratova coming round, picking up her own ball. Indeed, just Must have been an infringement. I missed at the contact area. Matthew Rodden awarding a penalty to Japan. The set piece. Early ball. Again scrappy, but being picked up by number 5, Komatsu. They've been prominent in this game already, and here's an opportunity. Looking to exploit the numbers, but again scrappy ball and knocked on by Japan out wide, and that would be the opportunity that Kazakhstan were looking for to get themselves back up to full complement. But they're being held. No, indeed. Number 3, Kibishev, allowed back on the field, so Kazakhstan surviving that 2 minutes, down to 6 girls. But heading feed to Kazakhstan deep inside their own 22, so need to relieve Japan, putting under an enormous amount of pressure. But, Kazakhstan, and there's a little bit of glimmer of hope there. Great play by Mio. Apologies by Bakabayev. Kazakhstan half break, but Japan coming off the defensive line and putting Kazakhstan under enormous pressure. Great ball retention by Kazakhstan. Messy at the contact area here. Matthew Rodden seeing a offside, so again a penalty to Japan for an infringement by Kazakhstan, and ball going wide and looking to exploit the wide outside, and a great early ball to number 11 Kui for Japan, and indeed just checking with his assistants, so Ano Kuwai giving Japan a first score 5 minutes into the opening half of this third-fourth playoff for the women's competition. So Japan taking an early lead as we move into the final or dying 2 minutes of the first half. Komatsu attempting to add the 2 points. Well wide with that attempt, but after all the pressure, Kazakhstan unable to get out of their own 22 for the past 5 minutes, but Japan finally turning that pressure into points through Anu Kuwai. Fine try in the corner, so Japan lead 5-0 as we move towards the final minute of the first half. An easy kick really, not taken cleanly by Kazakhstan, so again on the edge of their 22, but great cleaning up work. Opportunity to try and build something from deep inside their own half, but Japan putting the contact in, enormous pressure, and again winning the penalty. Matthew Rodden awarding the penalty too. Quick tap and go. Great footwork, and certainly not going to get trapped like they did at the end of yesterday. They're trying to keep this ball alive, Japan, and knowing that Kazakhstan are going to put them under enormous pressure at the contact area, but ball's come away from that contact area, advantage being played. Again the ball coming clear, hint of a high tackle, but ball still clear of the contact area. Great work and great continuity by the Japanese team. Well presented, and now this clean ball, and it should be out to Komatsu on the wing, and a fantastic score. Out wide again, but certainly the Japanese team have come here and not going to be stung like they were at the end of yesterday, and they've decided to increase the pace of the game, I would say, in terms of a different approach to yesterday. They were stung by Kazakhstan in the final pool game, the end of day one, and certainly lots of penalties being given away at the contact area. Matthew Rodden taking charge of this game, and I think that already penalties awarded to Japan are mounting up, and I don't think for consistent infringement, all different kinds of infringement. So half-time score here in the third-fourth playoff of the women's event at the first Asian 7 series. Qingdao, China, Japan 10, Kazakhstan 0. So, a fantastic performance in the first 7 minutes of this third-fourth playoff. Japan applying enormous pressure with and without the ball. A couple of scruffy mistakes from them, but Kazakhstan unable to get out of their own 22. Probably 2 occasions just managing to creep out, but the pressure being applied by this Japan team is very similar to what Kazakhstan did to them yesterday. However, without putting any markers on it, it was 10-0 to Japan at half-time in the pool match, so everything to play for. It'll be who's got the legs and who's got that extra bit of energy now as both teams play the last 7 minutes of the opening Asian 7-series event here in China. So it was 10-0 yesterday, so everything to play for. Early score from Kazakhstan could open the game up. Great kick-off by Kazakhstan through Baykov. Great hanging kick, but Japan have regathered that and employing a different tactic to yesterday, but kicking possession as well. An opportunity here for and great hands took wide to number 3 Kibistev, but unfortunately running wide into the marshalled out into touch, giving Japan the opportunity to settle things down in the first opening minute of the second half. Komatsu to feed the line out for Japan. Early signs that Kazakhstan are still in this fixture. Komatsu to feed the 4-man line out. Under pressure, scrappy ball turned back. Komatsu coming away from the hook and roll, and there's a high tackle again, and it'll be interesting to what colour Matthew Rodden goes for. It's yellow. So for the second time in this game, Kazakhstan down to 6 girls on the field, so another tough 2 minutes. Terieva taking a sit on the naughty seat, as Grant would say, and however Japan have failed to find touch off that penalty, and nothing flash, however, straight back downfield. But Kazakhstan, number 12, who's figured hugely, Klinkov in front of the kicker there. Critical mistake, and giving possession straight back to and here we go. Some lovely width on the game. Some great power play by Neo for Japan. Great handoff. Neo scoring the 3rd try for Japan of this third-fourth playoff, and pushing themselves 3 minutes into the second half, well clear at 15-0 with the conversion to come. Komatsu taking your time, preparing for the shot at goal to add the extra points. A great attempt, but just pulling it to the left of the posts. Of course, worth reminding everyone that Kazakhstan is still down to 6 girls on the park, 1 in the sin bin for a high tackle. So have to survive another couple of minutes, or another minute or so. Play short. So Japan restart following their try. Ball's gone back, referee saying play on. Cleaned up deep in that 22 by Kazakhstan. There was a nice pick and go and kick downfield by Baratova. Indeed, following it up, taking play back up to within attacking zone for Kazakhstan. They've been unable to secure any field position. Certainly think that Japan learned a lot of lessons in their last fixture at the end of yesterday from a great performance by Kazakhstan to defeat Japan in that fixture, but certainly Japan are not going to. Was recently promoted World Rugby Series Sevens, Women's Sevens champions in Dublin, winning a place on the 4-leg Women's Series for this coming year. Certainly not going to slip up again here against Kazakhstan. But Kazakhstan have a say of their own. Just entering 3 minutes from the end of this game. Great strength being shown by Kazakhstan at the contact area. And the pick and go game has been successful, but very much been countered by, but illegally that time, by Japan. Tap and go. Kazakhstan wanted to keep the game, pace of the game high. Ball available at the base. But in again they go. Trundling it on. Now it needs to come clear. Certainly great counter up there by Japan. On the draw for Japan. Sri Lankan ball. Number 12 for Japan, having a huge influence at that contact area, counter-rucking and turning the ball over, and Matthew Rodden awarding a penalty to Japan deep inside their 22, so they can settle things down with 2 minutes left on this clock. Another tight game, another tough performance for these girls, and they've both sides acquitting themselves superbly well, and a great advert for Asian women's rugby. Settling for the 15-0. Japan looking to move the ball from deep. Well, it is a sensible play then, taking play back downfield. Great kick downfield. Gaining 50-60 metres with a hard chase from the Japanese defensive line, but well returned by Kazakhstan, and indeed employing their own kicking game. Number 2. Muratov, and a fine kick downfield, and a counter kick by Japan. Turning a little bit into a game of tennis at the moment, and it's a little bit of a mess now. The ball, no offence being committed, but both teams struggling to control the ball. Japan now getting a bit of sense and steadiness to it. Matitoga, prominent in this fixture, but taking that ball in, and indeed there's another infringement at the contact area by Kazakhstan, so Matthew Rodden awarding a penalty to Japan. Will be keen to get this as we approach the final 30 seconds of this match. Toga taking it up, using their power and strength, and there's a knock on there, and indeed another spilled ball. So it's been a scrappy game, but full of intensity, and certainly the pressure that Japan have applied to Kazakhstan, particularly in Kazakhstan's defensive quarter, has been the key to this game. Japan have decided to play field position, an area of the game they got wrong yesterday against Kazakhstan, and as a result Kazakhstan coming away with a fine win, but it's not going to be reversed now. They're down now in overtime with the scrum. This will be the last play of the game. Kazakhstan still wanting to keep the ball alive, but unfortunately ball not coming in play, and Matthew Rodden bringing the game to an end. So 3rd, 4th playoff, a fantastic encounter, and then again great advert for the intensity of Asian rugby. But yesterday's result, Kazakhstan beating Japan yesterday, but that result being reversed today, so the 3rd, 4th playoff, Japan going away with 3rd place from this women's event. Japan 15, Kazakhstan 0. We move swiftly on. Please don't leave us. We're coming down to the last 3 games of the tournament, with the men's and women's cup final to come. But before that, the 3rd, 4th playoff of the men's event between Korea and Sri Lanka.